Welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Druselle Mills, and here is a look at what is coming up in our show today. We will take a look at the market before the opening bell. We have Mrs. Shani Duncan-Falconer, who is the Senior Corporate Manager at the JMMB Group, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises SME Resource Center. She joins us to give us an insight on the organization's powerful, and yes, you heard correctly, powerful program designed specifically to support women entrepreneurs. The stock market is not just about numbers on a screen, it is about companies growing, investors learning, businesses raising capital, and people understanding how money moves in the real world. So, whether you are already investing, thinking about getting started, building a business, studying finance, or just curious about what all these market headlines really mean, this program is for you. The trading day is about to start. The conversations are timely, and the opportunities are worth understanding. I'm Druselle Mills. This is Let's Talk Stocks. Stay tuned because the opening market view is after this break.
Wealth is not simply counted in dollars or cents, but in the time we spend with love, in love, giving love. Wealth is not simply a means to an end. It is the means to live out loud. Wealth is more than money. It's about family, the memories you create, the legacy you leave behind, and your ability to enjoy life in the moment. It's also about seeing the QMAX possibilities and seizing investment opportunities to achieve the future you want and deserve. Which is why QMAX Wealth will focus on your investments so you can experience more. Because true wealth is truly more. To start investing today, call 876-926-7767.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Druselle Mills. As the market prepares to open, we begin with your market snapshot. We are tracking the latest movements across the Jamaica Stock Exchange, key international markets, commodities influencing investor sentiment, and business confidence. Starting locally, the Jamaica Stock Exchange main market closed Monday's session in negative territory. The JSE index declined by 727.69 points, or 0.19%, to close at 373,284.61 points. The JSE All Jamaican Composite Index declined by 866.39 points, or 0.19%, to close at 444,683.49 points. The JSE Combined Index declined by 974.90 points, or 0.26%, to close at 377,998.89 points. Combined Jamaican dollar market volume reached 37.5 million units. The JSE Junior market declined by 38.89 points, or 1.31% to close at 2,937.81 points. That signals weaker confidence among smaller listed companies than across the broader main market. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 115 stocks, with 44 advancing, 56 declining, and 15 trading firm. Volume leaders were led by Kingston Wharves with 9.9 million units. Elite Diagnostics followed with 8.4 million units, while Trans-Jamaican Highway traded 6.5 million units. Kingston Wharves was the standout large cap story. It declined by 15.27% to close at Jamaican $28.02, while accounting for the largest share of combined volume. The leading advancers were Palace Amusement up 30.56% and Cygnus Credit Investment US dollar ordinary shares up 15.92%. G West Corporation added 15.25%, Jetcon climbed 10.33%, while Proven Group advanced by 7.55%. The leading decliners were Consolidated Bakeries, down 17.24%, and Kingston Wharves, down 15.27%. Productive Business Solution US dollar ordinary shares and Cygnus Credit Investments Class H preference shares each declined 15%. The JSE US Equities Index declined by 12.53 points, or 4.20%, to close at 286.05 points. US dollar market volume reached 5.3 million units, valued at US $348,330.52. Internationally, Wall Street closed firmly higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 968.33 points, or 1.85%, to close at 53,178.41 points. The S&P 500 advanced by 187.32 points, or 2.53%, to close at 7,650 points. The Nasdaq Composite climbed 981.82 points, or 3.94%, to close at 25,913.90 points. In Europe, the FTSE 100 added 75.90 points, or 0.70%, to close at 10,857.70 points. The DAX advanced by 640.28 points, or 2.52%, to close at 26,001.31 points. The CAC 40 added 155.04 points, or 1.83%, to close at 8,613.82 points. The Stocks Europe 600 firmed by 5.20 points, or 0.80%, to close at 652.09 points. K225 climbed 2,389.80 points, or 3.89%, to close at 63,823.99 points. The Hang Seng added 802.2 points, or 3.18%, to close at 26,009.40 points. The Shanghai Composite moved against the regional trend. It declined by 3.65 points, or 0.10%, to close at 3,809.66 points. Oil prices fell sharply. Brent crude declined by US $6.47, or 7.13%, to close at US $84.27 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate retreated by US $3.74 or 4.43% to close at US $80.72 a barrel. Lower oil prices can ease inflation and transportation costs across the Caribbean. They may also reduce foreign exchange demand from energy importers and support business confidence. Gold advanced by US $81.50 or 2.02% to close at US $4,116.20 an ounce. That rise points to continued demand for defensive assets despite strong gains across global equity markets. That's it for your market snapshot. Remember, market movements should always be assessed within the context of your financial goals, risk appetite, and investment horizon. Be sure to consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decision. Stay with us. After the break, we'll be joined by Mrs. Shani Duncan-Falconer, Senior Corporate Manager at JMMB, to discuss the organization program designed to empower women entrepreneurs. We'll be right back.
As a rebellious young man, terribly rebellious. I was a dropout of school, never went to college, and just amazing that I was able to develop in the operation and eventually lead the operation. So if there's anything that I think, in my business life that has been just a reward, is our two sons.
Been coming along well.
Thanks, man. It's a long time I've been working at it.
I can see that. I saw you mail by the gate, so I'll pick it up for you. But tell me something. Why are you still receiving dividend checks by mail?
What do you mean about that?
You need to give JCST a mandate.
Me hear about the mandate them. I'm going over there right now.
A mandate means giving instructions to the Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, JCST, relating to the handling of your dividend or interest payment. There are 3 types of mandates. The first is a bank mandate. The second is a hold mandate. Lastly, we have what we call a third-party mandate, with which the investor may wish to send their dividend or interest to someone other than the parties on their account or institution of their choice.
Wealth is not simply counted in dollars or cents, but in the time we spend with love, in love, giving love. Wealth is not simply a means to an end. It is the means to live out loud. Wealth is more than money. It's about family, the memories you create, the legacy you leave behind, and your ability to enjoy life in the moment. It's also about seeing the QMAX possibilities and seizing investment opportunities to achieve the future you want and deserve. Which is why QMAX Wealth will focus on your investments so you can experience more. Because true wealth is truly more. To start investing today, Call 876-926-7767.
We get it! We get the big contract! 50,000 units a month for 3 years! Great! Won't need help.
If you are a business owner that requires capital for the expansion of your business, talk to a registered broker today to find out more about listing your company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, an efficient alternative to other financing options.
Thank God for the Jamaica Stock Exchange junior market.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market.
Success of women entrepreneurs across Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago through its Women in Business program. While applications for the fourth cohort closed in July, this initiative remains an important platform for empowering women with the knowledge, mentorship, and support needed to grow their businesses. Joining us to tell us more about the program, its impact, and what participants can expect is Shani Duncan-Falconer, Senior Corporate Manager at the JMMB Group SME Resource Center. Welcome to the show, Mrs. Falconer.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm great.
All right, so to start, tell us about the JMMB Powerful program. That's a very interesting name, and how you guys spell it, how the organization spell it. It's Powerful. Right. What is it, and what inspired JMMB to create this initiative?
All right, so Powerful, P-O-W-H-E-R-F-U-L, Powerful. It's a 6-month developmental program for women in business. So we came about with the program because Joan Duncan started JMMB, and she was a powerful woman in business. So we believe that we needed to continue with her tradition of enhancing women and enhancing entrepreneurs within this space. So currently we're in Jamaica and we're in Trinidad, so we had to make sure that we had that program in both places. So we want to make sure that our business women get coaching, they get financial support, they're able to get the mentorship that they need to be able to build successful businesses for themselves.
Thank you so much. Joan Duncan, a very powerful woman, as you mentioned. Right. Why was it important for JMMB to develop a program specifically focused on supporting women entrepreneurs?
Because we realize that women, they are mothers, they're caregivers, they're the ones, they're the backbone of the family, right? And we realize that sometimes they don't get the proper support that they need. So we have the Accelerator program. That's another program that we have. We started with that one. But then we figured that when we took women out of it, we were able to show them that they could build 3 pillars: her life, her wealth, her business. So we're able to say, okay, with your life, we want to show you that you could do investments, you can do pensions. With your business, open a bank account, you're able to grow your money. And then with her wealth, build you up. So we needed to get all those pillars within a program, and we realized that we had to bring the women out, and we had to make sure that it was a powerful program for them.
Nice. Remind me of the 3 pillars.
So her life, her wealth, her business.
Oh, lovely. All right, so now this is the 4th cohort. What impact have you seen from the previous cohorts that made the company say, yes, this is what we want to do and this is what we'll continue to do?
No, so it has been awesome. So what we realized is that we continue to create a network of entrepreneurs. So we make sure that you don't finish a cohort and then you're gone. We try to build a community. So it's a community of networking. And right now, even for our last cohort, what has happened is that we have over 400 applications that we're going through now. We're only able to have 25. We're going to have 25 in Jamaica, and we're going to have 20 in Trinidad. Women, which is the most that we've had. but we have 400 persons. So what we're trying to do is to really build that community, because previous cohorts, they have been like, we want to continue in this. We want to help build other female entrepreneurs up. So we love that we're able to create a space like this.
Speaking of Trinidad and Tobago, the collaborations, especially in the Caribbean, it's something that I would like to see happening more. What opportunities do you see for greater Caribbean business collaboration?
So right now we have Trinidad and Tobago, as you said, and we have Jamaica. We would really love to go into Barbados, because JMMB right now is in Barbados. So when we build up a little more over there, we will definitely go to Barbados to make sure that, you know, we get another country in. But also we have partnerships with other businesses and with other programs where we say, okay, let us have our women join your other programs. So with like Caribbean Development Bank, you know, we're a feeder for them. So we make sure that they have a lot of regional expertise from different banks, from different programs, so that they're not just limited. And also, in terms of being able to expand and being able to export, we help them with that. So whether it's to the Caribbean, whether it's to the US, UK, a big part of it is how these ladies can export once they have a good to be able to do it.
Amazing, love that. Could programs like this help create more regional brands that compete internationally?
Oh yeah, definitely. So as I said, in terms of being able to export and being able to have your products and services in different countries, we're able to help with that. So we have a program within where we would say, okay, for those companies that need to export, we will be able to help you to build your export services. And a lot of the ladies from other cohorts who have done it already, they now come in and they help in terms of mentorship and being able to help those ladies to do what they need to do.
Thank you so much. My final question to you, Mrs. Falconer, is for women who may be watching and wondering whether they're ready to apply for the next cohort and they're not maybe sure, what qualities does JMMB look for in the participants?
So I would say for every woman, don't count yourself out, right? So what we're really looking for is that you are a woman in business,
yes,
and you have a registered business, and you're able now to say, I am ready to reach to the next level. So we have our application, but then we also do an interview with you. And it's really about that interview part of it, where we see how motivated you are and how willing you are to reach to the next level in your business. So we're just looking for that motivated female entrepreneur who's ready to reach to new levels.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Falconer. Yes, so that was Shani Duncan-Falconer, and guess what? Get ready with JMMB. For all the women entrepreneurs, this is where you ought to be, right? So that's the JMMB Group SME Resource Center. The Powerful Women in Business program continues to empower female entrepreneurs across the Caribbean through mentorship, training, and business support. Although applications for the fourth cohort have now closed, its impact continues to be felt by women building successful business through the region. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
We get the big contract. 50,000 units a month for 3 years. Great. Won't need help.
If you are a business owner that requires capital for the expansion of your business, talk to a registered broker today to find out more about listing your company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, an efficient alternative to other financing options.
Thank God for the Jamaica Stock Exchange junior market.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market.
I started as a rebellious young man, terribly rebellious. I was a dropout in school, never went to college, and just amazing that I was able to develop in the operation and eventually lead the operation. So if there's anything that I think in my business life that has been just a reward, is our two sons.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. Building a successful business takes more than a good idea. It also requires resilience, access to support, and the right opportunities. I spoke with the Small Business Association of Jamaica, SBAJ General Secretary Kevin Frith, about what's being done to help entrepreneurs build stronger, more sustainable businesses. Take a look.
How are we doing today, Mr. Frith?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me.
How's the conference going so far?
It's very, very good. Just as expected, because we're putting a lot of work in it, and it's well needed as well. So the sponsors are on board and the small businesses are on board, and we're all happy.
Okay, lovely to hear that. All right, so the conference has placed emphasis on formalization. Why is formalizing a business so important, and what barriers are preventing more entrepreneurs from taking that step?
Well, so I think the barriers is actually just the process. In more recent days, I know the minister have been making some changes to simplify the registration process and reduce the wait time at the company office. And that has been a real challenge. And one of the other issues we discover is that persons tend to have this concept in their mind, like once you become formal, the government is going to come and take away all your money in taxes. And it's really not, that's not the case, because there are thresholds and there are certain conditions as to the type of tax and all of that. So it's really just the wrong perception, really, about running a formal business. But then on the positive side, when you have a formal business, you're able to get certain contracts. In recent days, the government is pushing with the PPC so that entrepreneurs who are qualified are able to bid for a government contract, and you can't go through that process without being formal. And then there are other opportunities in the private sector that also require you to be registered, TCC, bank account, and all these things. So I'd say there is more positive than negative in being a formal business. And we'll continue to encourage entrepreneurs to take that next step.
Thank you so much. On the theme, building resilience, what does resilience look like for a Jamaican MSME in practical terms?
Well, for me personally, as a businessman, I think it's the ability to pivot, because the world of business is not a straight road. Or just the road to success is not straight, but you have to be able to, once you hit a bump or a turn, you can move immediately, because sometimes the delay in making a decision can really be detrimental. So pivoting for me is the most important point in being resilient.
All right. What practical support can entrepreneurs expect from the SBAJ after this event?
Well, so when we conceptualized this conference, it was on the basis that Jamaica has a lot of talent. It's not just running fast and singing the next big hit. There's a lot of innovative minded persons with great ideas. And the reason for this conference is to create that platform where they're able to meet all the resources in one place, both government and private sector, especially with the banking industry. So we expect coming out of this conference, we're actually using it to create like an ecosystem so that entrepreneurs know exactly where to get the required information or funding or whatever other necessary resource to whether start a business or to move their business forward.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fruit. It was lovely having you.
This brings us to the end of the show. Join us tomorrow morning at 8:30 here on CBX for more Let's Talk Stocks. We will be joined by Mr. Damani Reed, Senior Associate at Cygnus Credit Investments Limited. I'm Druselle Mills. See you then.